Hello, this is Luke Smith, RuralVacantLand.com, bringing you another live feed. I got Eric Myers on the line with me. Eric and I, we work on deals all the time together. We're always working on deals, so I have a good time, going back and forth with Eric, looking at these things. And so today, title of this video is The Future of Commercial Real Estate with AI, using AI to find deals, right? Using artificial intelligence. So I've used artificial intelligence in a couple different ways to put my data together. I like using artificial intelligence to create formulas, to slice, dice, chart out, understand data. I like using data to find real estate, to buy real estate. Today we're talking about QSRs, quick service restaurants, finding quick service restaurants and looking at the traffic around those restaurants, like the foot traffic going to other restaurants in those areas, like a McDonald's and the Burger King next door to a McDonald's kind of scenario. If they're both doing 75%, you put a Wendy's next door, the Wendy's probably does like a 75%, 75% being the level of them against the other Wendy's, for just using, some classic names for examples. So that's the idea. So if you're listening, watching, please hit the comments. Feel free to ask questions, and Eric and I will try to answer questions along the way. But we're going to dive into it, and we're looking at deals live. The time is it's not really phone hours right now, so I don't think we're going to do live calls in this live stream like we've done in the past. I like doing that. I hope to do more of that in the future. But I think what we're doing is we're slicing and dicing deals and trying to focus in on ones that we want to spend more time and energy on. And so I'm just queuing up some of the screens so I can keep control of a lot of different things here. One of the things that we've created over time is this database. So we create a database of all different properties coming and going through ruralvacantland.com, rural vacant land kinds of properties. And we've got some people financing them, other people helping with mailers, other people doing, I call logistics, like helping with communications on the properties. We've got multiple title closes coming and going at any given time, so it helps keep track of the paperwork, the flow. And I was on the phone today with 4 different title shops I'm thinking of, doing paperwork and different title closes. That's like a daily gamut, keeping track of them all and just trying to keep on top of them. What's coming, what's going, what's happening. Is it needs like software to keep track of them all, right? And so a part of that software is we've been keeping track of potential deals in the marketplace that we could buy up, find tenants, with the idea of there being enough value add of these properties to go from no tenant to tenant and sell the thing on the back of the cash flows from the new tenants. And that's your classic real estate value add, whether it's an office building or a shopping center or a quick service restaurant like we're talking today, like a drive-through kind of homogeneous looking drive-through shop. I think we're going to try to focus on those more than a lot of the other shiny object syndrome things that come along. So thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We're going to jump into the first one. I've got this queued up, and I call it a QSR score, and that score is measuring how much action is going on in the local markets. So the top of the list here, I'm going to start pulling these up in the screen behind me and showing you some of the different ways we look at these things and compare and contrast. But so this first one has a pretty high QSR score. This is a Chipotle. This Chipotle is in Gordon County, Georgia, Calhoun Chipotle. So I'm going to, and a lot of these properties I pull up in Crexy, but it could be any number of different websites that we find these things. So this one's Chipotle, and I'm looking for vacant ones. And the first thing I see on here is the price of this one is $3.6 million, and they got 14 years left on their term. It says up here, 14 years left, 5% cap rate. NOI is like net operating income. I mean, that's the rent, right? It's short for the rent. $189,000 a year. That's this is what we aspire to. We want to create these things. We want to take a empty building or a piece of vacant land and build a Chipotle on it, or take a building and put a Chipotle into it and go sell it for these kinds of numbers in this kind of market. But this isn't the one this isn't the kind that I'd like to buy. So, and in the little database, I'm just going to do, I call it fully cooked. So we're going to mark this one fully cooked and go on to the next one, right? And the more of this kind of data that I collect on these properties, the more we can use the data to predict prices and predict deals and understand what kind of offers we can make on deals, what kind of rents we can rent these properties for. And so a lot of it comes back to data and data, right? So the next one, I'm going to try to find,
Luke,
what do you
the
see?
next national one I came across is AutoZone. Do you see
AutoZone,
that?
yeah, Birmingham.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to pull up, Eric and I are hitting the same list. We're working on it. He's remote. So I've got a audio feed into Eric. So we've got, let's see. Do you have the comments pulled up on YouTube, Eric?
I do.
I don't know if you have this thing on your screen yet. Maybe I'll I think I don't know if I should put addresses in there too, but I'm gonna put a link to this in case people are following along and they want to go look at the property too. I just put a link to it and the address of the property in there. So this is your classic AutoZone. We got the broker is David Plummer, and David, if you're watching, hello. But if you ever watch this someday, so 6,600 square foot former AutoZone. Okay, that's a little bit bigger. I mean, a lot of the auto parts stores I see are kind of the 5,000, maybe 6,000 foot. Maybe this is normal. This thing's been on the market for a year. And it doesn't have a price. There's no price on this one, Eric.
No, I know. I see that. Call for more information.
Yeah. This is a generic kind of ad. This is like Crexy found this listing on some other website and copied it and brought it in. Listed for sale. Let's see. I bet you we would find more information if we Google this address.
Yeah.
Population, they got 24,000 in a mile. It's a pretty good population. 70,000. Go ahead.
Car count there, Luke. See that on the street? 15,478 vehicles per day, VPD.
Was that in the description?
No, it's in the picture. It's in the trophy photo, the main picture on Crexy. It's a highway that runs in front of this place. It looks like this place is on the highway 149, that might be, and it says that the traffic there is 15,478. The cross street is Valley Avenue, and it's 9177. There's a Walgreens across the street from this. There's a furniture rental place and a Harbor Freight and Big Lots in a Home Depot right behind it. Or not a Home Depot, I'm sorry, an Office Depot.
Looks like a great spot for auto parts. Wonder why they didn't make it.
Yeah, it does. And the flyer not much better either. It's one of those where you get like the first page information and the rest of them it is blocked out.
Yeah, it's probably because you didn't pay for Crexy. They have like the statistics on there comes in. I got it on the screen here behind me. If you start paying for it, you start getting these numbers. And so they're saying,
oh, there you go.
Yeah, they got, I don't know if it kind of slides off the screen. I keep meaning to fix that, but it says population is down 5% in the last 5 or 6 years in the 1 mile. But there's a good chunk of people there. And 3 miles is 120,000 people. They're saying the population is down 3%. 52,000 income in the 3 mile. It was 70,000 in the 1 mile. This is backwards. They got more income in up closer than out further. So this isn't like the worst part of town. This is nicer better part of town. That's good. Maybe it's not good for auto part sales. I don't know. Maybe it's a reverse correlation, but right next to Harbor Freight, it seems like you got the crowd coming. Okay, so I think what red flags going off to me is that this the listing didn't look like it was really listed on here. It looked like it was stolen from another website.
Yeah, I think so.
He's got a couple listings though. He's got some closed transactions as well. Okay, so I want to Google this address and see if some other listings come up. Sometimes you get them on other websites and it's like, oh yeah, it's sold or it's under contract, or like they just didn't update Crexy because they didn't really paste it on there. Like LoopNet has the property, but it doesn't really have it for sale. It's listed on a couple websites. So maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe we just need to call them for some info. So let's,
Move on.
it's too late in the day to call them, but I thought let's pull up some statistics on this one. We could run some void analysis, see who belongs here. I wonder if the other auto parts stores are right in this area, or if these guys moved to a better location, or why doesn't AutoZone make it? AutoZone usually make it in all kinds of places. Wendy's is kind of low traffic. Sonic's doing okay. Walgreens is okay. Not shooting the lights out, but okay. CVS is doing okay. There's AutoZone right here in the back. Look at this. Okay, so there's AutoZone got a spot in the shopping center. Maybe they got lower rent, or maybe this is in the wrong place. Where'd you? I mean, it was like right here on the. It was in that bank, wasn't it? Oh, here it is. It's in the database twice. Like they've got it in the shopping center and then they've got it on this building. I wonder if they just took a cheaper rent and just moved to the shopping center right behind them. Left this building floating vacant. Says it was a 2% location, but let's go back in time. Let's go back to like 2018 to 2019 maybe timeline, and let's see what they were doing then. Ooh, this was a hoppin' AutoZone. This was a 96 percentile AutoZone like a couple of years ago. What happened? Let's see. I wonder if there's deed restrictions on it. I wonder if we could put Advanced Auto Parts in there or O'Reilly's in there.
Good question.
Okay, so questions to ask. So ask about deed restrictions and price. I'm wondering if we're in the same shopping center, we might have CC&Rs not to compete with it, or if this is an out parcel that got separated somehow. Because great place to put new auto parts stores in an old auto parts store that was 90 something percentile, right? Let's see. That'd be an easy sales pitch.
Well developed all around it.
Yeah, they got dumpsters out front whenever this was taken. They're kind of up on a hill overlooking a lot of the traffic and stuff in the area. This looks like it's closed when this was taken, and then the shopping center behind it. Yeah, look at that. There's the AutoZone. They moved to the shopping center behind it. Open 24 hours. Yeah, why not, right? If you're doing that kind of business. You ever seen a 24 hours AutoZone? They don't have that around me. They close at like 11 or something. You think it's the same kind of ownership? It's not going to be the same ownership, right?
Probably not. Office Depot.
Malone and Hyde Inc. An AutoZone, and then let's see if I can find the new AutoZone. I'm in the wrong software. I'm not going to start pulling up other software to look it up. Let's just assume it's different ownership. Okay, so we need to find O'Reilly's and Advanced Auto Parts. Because that is a really good AutoZone. Anybody watching this stream, can you find Advanced Auto Parts or O'Reilly's in this town? Got the address in here. This is Birmingham, Alabama still, I think. Right? I think this is the same address I put in there. Yeah. There's O'Reilly's. Where's O'Reilly's? Okay, O'Reilly's is right up the street. Let's see how they're doing. So, their volume sucks. You know what we should do is we should move this O'Reilly's to our location. (20 percentile O'Reilly's. They're on the same street, but they're the other side of the intersection, a little bit over. I wonder what their leases are like. Like, that would be a call to make. Okay, so let's look up Advanced Auto Parts. We got Advanced. Advanced Auto Parts isn't here. There's a Napa, like, right there. There's O'Reilly's. Pep Boys is down the street, but where's Advanced Auto? Advanced Auto Parts over here. They're not doing very well. I mean, they're doing good business, but nothing like the 96 percentile AutoZone. They had the killer location on the corner that they gave up to move into the shopping center behind. So, yeah, let's we could try to move the Advanced Auto and or the O'Reilly. Or move another one into town. Yeah, okay, so I'm adding that one to to the hopper. We're gonna hit the phones on that one next time it's phone hours and get some more information. Okay, let's go to the next property. I really like that one. To me, let's do a recap. So guys, if you're watching this, you're watching the recording, we're looking for deals. We're looking for deals. We're using all kinds of technologies to go look for deals in the market. I've got the intro of this video is using, artificial intelligence. We're using artificial intelligence in a couple different ways to try to find deals. One of the ways that I just showed you is using cell phone visitation traffic to these different properties. And I went back in time to 2018 to 2019 cell phone traffic to this AutoZone store before it went dark, before it went vacant. And it was like 96 percentile or 90 something percentile AutoZone back in the day. And why is it vacant? Doesn't make any sense. We found another AutoZone that moved, that it's like the new AutoZone in the shopping center next door. So they're across the parking lot. Those guys sniped them. They stole the client from the people who own this building. And they probably got lower rent to go and a bigger space to move into that shop next door. And so now we've got this awesome location on the corner, like CVS on the next corner, Walgreens on the next corner. This is like Main and Main where traffic's going by, and it's auto parts there instead of a pharmacy. Like it should be another pharmacy, but it's not, right? It's auto parts, and they're doing a really good job in that location. And now it's empty. So what goes there? Auto parts. Who else can pay the rent? It's Advanced Auto and O'Reilly's. And you can look up who can pay the rent in lots of different ways, like going on Crexy.com and looking up auto parts stores and what kind of rent they're paying on these kinds of buildings. Those are the ones that are going to be able to pay the rent. And they have the brand name to back it up. If we went to somebody like Napa or further down the list of auto parts stores, they don't have the credit rating to back it up to, even if they paid the same rent, you couldn't sell it for as much on the market because they don't have the backing to know that they're going to keep paying the rent for the rest of forever, right? So we want to target those names that have the big names, and that's why we're talking about Advanced Auto and O'Reilly's. It's the three main ones in the auto parts stores, and that just looks like an obvious play for that building. So we're going to try to ask the broker why they didn't do that, why they haven't done that, what am I missing? Are there deed restrictions that don't allow the building to be used for that? Are there CC&Rs, like, deals with the shopping center, because this used to be part of the shopping center, you can't compete with business in the shopping center or something. Like there might be those kinds of terms out there that we don't understand. And what's the price? And maybe other people look at it and they say, well, those other shops are down the street. Well, those other shops down the street, they suck traffic wise compared to this location. And we can pitch that to those guys and see if they're coming up on their lease, or they want to walk away from their lease, or they want to open another shop or something in this location to do a lot more business. And maybe it's not those franchisees that are down the street, but maybe it's the ones that are on the other side of town or the other side of the country. They'll come open one here and compete with their brother down the street and the AutoZone behind them, because this AutoZone used to be awesome in this location. The building's all set up for it. You just change the colors and do it again, right? So that's the idea. So we're going to go look for more. I like finding those kinds of deals. It's just going deal by deal and seeing what you find, right? Okay, so we got that AutoZone. Eric, what do you think the next one in the list is? Do you have one you're looking at?
I do, Luke. It's Rooks, Rooks, County, Kansas. It's a former Dairy Queen.
Okay, sounds good. Let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to pull this one up and throw it on the screen behind me here as soon as I can find this. I found it. I'm just trying to get something to put on the screen so I can share it with you guys.
The flyer on this one, Luke, is there's not a lot of information on it. Frankly, it looks more residential than commercial. There's no demographics as far as income or households or population. I think you're going to have to use Placer to get that. But
Yeah.
it is a former Dairy Queen. Let's see. It's been on the market for a little less than a year, 318 days. It looks like it's on a main street through town. Let's see what this we got here. aged out, closed out?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
It's like all the equipment is still in there. Actually, a lot of these images look like they were taken when it was operating.
Okay, so I uploaded to the chat the address and a link to it on Crexy if other people are watching along and they want to, if they're interested in following up on this or figuring it out or saying, Luke, don't do it because of, or Luke, this is an awesome deal because of, or Luke, I want to join you and win in this deal. I was researching it too. Whatever people come up with. Okay, so for an investor, owner, operator, or anyone looking to expand their portfolio, here's your opportunity. This former Dairy Queen that has held a footprint in the community of Plainsville, Kansas for many years is for sale. The history and numbers speak for themselves. So, owner, operator, like Dairy Queen owner, operator, are they trying to sell it as a business or a vacant? These pictures look like it's still operating. This looks like a classic one. When is this thing built? It's probably built before I was born.
Yeah.
569.
Jeez.
Bet you this is small town.
I think so.
They lowered the price. It was 569. The flyer's 569. Now they're asking 310. They lowered it in July. How long has this been on the market? 300 days, almost a year, getting close to a year. This is really small town. 1 mile, 1,900 people.
Yeah, really small.
3,300 people. I can't do it.
Too small.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're gonna kill this one. Okay, so too small of a town. Rejecting this one. Let's move on to the next one.
All right. The Chipotle's operating, Luke. I'm going to kill that one and move on. The next Chipotle
Okay.
goes right after this. Let's see.
Vacant Sizzler in Big Bear Lake,
Oh, a Sizzler. Yeah, good eye.
San Bernardino County. I'll try that one.
Big Bear.
So this isn't a drive-through, but we could find something out. Yeah, right. Big Bear's fun. Okay, let me get this on the screen. Yeah, when's the last time you ate a Sizzler? Those things all disappeared.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't even know they were still around. Maybe they're not.
I think-
How long has this been here?
I think they dropped off like before
100 days.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, but during COVID especially.
It used to be everywhere.
Yeah, right. Small town, big town.
Popular when I was a kid.
Yeah, I always have fun going to those.
Built in 1980.
Oh, there you go. That's a good age.
Says, it's got a
42,
right on Big Bear
3.
Boulevard, 31,500 vehicles per day.
I think I've
That's
been.
great.
I think I've been to this one.
Yeah,
It's probably the last Sizzler I went to.
Right on an on-off ramp. Let's see.
2 million bucks. I guess we're in California.
Yeah, the Big Bear's pricey. It's not a lot up there. Or not a lot of undeveloped stuff anyway.
It's old. It's big price. Like I want.
Yeah.
I want to quit.
There you go. Let's see.
5,000 square foot restaurant. I mean, come on. 2 million bucks. We could offer lower, but let's move on.
Let's see. Here's a former Arby's. Oh, this might be one here, Luke. The next one under that.
Former Arby's, Richmond County.
600,000 is that's on the flyer. Let me see Crexy says the same. Let's see. Oh, wow, it's like on Restaurant Row, definitely on the main drive-through town, almost 15,000 cars a day. You've got a lot of non-nationals, Fish Market, Lanier's, that might be regional, Happy China, Hibachi, Cookout, got a Cookout, a KFC across the street.
This is an older Arby's.
Yeah, it is.
What's it,
1980?
80s?
80, was it? 1980. Oh, no, sorry, that's still that Sizzler up there.
John Crissette. I don't think I've talked to this broker before. 600 grand. 3,200 square foot, half an acre. I like the 600 grand price.
I do too. It's got a drive-through. It says new walk-in refrigerator and freezer equipment. That's good. Stable retail area. Let's see if it's got any demographic information.
It's got Rox Pollard on there as one of the brokers.
Yeah, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's around a lot more than the other guy.
Both younger guy. But,
he's got more hair than I do. He's got a bunch of stuff for lease. He's got a bunch of listings. He's got land and he's got this Arby's. He's got the Graniteville, South Carolina Burger King. We've talked to him about that.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. We made an offer on that one.
Yeah. Twice, right?
Yeah.
I think we made an offer with the old broker, and then they said they're going for it, and then they didn't. Said they're going to hire a new broker, and then we made an offer with a new broker, and they said they were going to go for it. But then I think they found out that we made an offer with the old broker. They don't want to pay the commissions, so then they didn't go for it. Somebody else will get that Burger King and figure out what to do with it. Looks like they sold an Arby's before. Columbia, South Carolina. 3,000 square foot old Arby's. I wonder what they sold that thing for. November 20th, 2023? Like that thing just happened. It's going to be hard to get data on that. That's today. That's yesterday. I wonder if we got that one in the database, like old flyers and prices and notes and stuff.
So it's only a couple miles out of downtown Augusta?
Yeah, the not the one they just sold. I was looking up the one they just sold.
Yeah, the other one.
Augusta's always cheaper. Like everything in that area is cheaper. It seems like we send mail and then the whole state, and then Augusta lights up the phones.
Huh. I didn't realize that about Augusta. All I know about that is, top tier golf.
Right, but I mean that's like a little season. The rest of the season it's pretty cheap.
The street views captured homeless people camping in the backside of the Arby's.
That's it.
The drive-through.
got like a shed in the parking lot. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. I think that tells us right there. I mean, this is Augusta. It's a $600,000 price. You got like junk tires, and dude, you sure that's homeless or is he painting? He's homeless. I mean, he's got like
He's homeless. He's got his lounge chair set up or his
Yeah. Oh man.
nice.
Yeah. Let's get rid of this one.
Gonna
No,
fix
let's.
that. Let's see. I'll cruise through some of these others, see if they're.
We've bought properties with homeless on them before. I shouldn't laugh. That's a job getting them to move.
Yeah, it is. We've got a Culver's in Lansing, Luke. This is
Yeah, let's pull that up.
Sorry, forget it. It's under contract.
Oh. You can see the guy's, lounge chair here. The homeless guy got the homeless guy pulled up on the screen.
Yeah.
You just want to buy him a burger, right?
How about Slim Chickens? Is that a regional that you're familiar with? I've never heard that name. I don't know if that's a
Yeah.
one-off or.
No, I've seen a couple of them. They're always empty.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Oh man, they're asking $3 million for this one. This is just built.
Huh.
Okay, that one's, yeah. We got 20 more years there.
20 more years, yikes. I killed the screen I had pulled up, hit the wrong buttons. Too many buttons on the screen. Let's throw a different back road. Pueblo? What's the price?
Pueblo.
I saw an IHOP in Long Beach. I think were you on the call just a call or two ago? Long Beach. I think they're asking $20 million for the Long Beach IHOP.
Jeez, 20 million? That wasn't a typo?
No.
Even in Long Beach, that seems like crazy.
Yeah.
They're asking $3 million for this one.
They had over $1 million NOI. The rent was over $1 million. It's like primetime Long Beach.
Wow.
Yeah. Holy
That's
cow,
insane.
right? Yeah. Totally insane. How many pancakes do you have to make to pay $1 million a year in rent?
Oh, man. 24 hours a day, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This one, where is this? This is in Pueblo. They're getting $173,000 a year of NOI. This is operating. They've got 4 years left on the term with 5 years after that. But, I didn't. I guess I underestimated what IHOP is doing. Franklin County, PA, Luke. I'm going to pull this one up to see if this is working. This sounds like it's vacant. It says it's a former Wendy's.
Former Wendy's. Okay. I see that one on the list.
Out parcel of Westside Plaza. I wonder. Oh, yeah. This looks like something here. This is a decent looking building. Let's see. 223 days on the market. $750K.
Yeah, this looks like your classic. This looks like us. Throw this thing into the comments so others can follow. $2017? Yeah, right. It says it was built in 2017. Can that be? How'd they go vacant so fast?
Yeah, good question.
Is it a dark one? Maybe this was resurfaced in 2017. I don't recognize the brokers on this one.
No. They kind of botched the street view on this. It puts me right in the middle of a couple car dealers.
But their flyer on it, I mean, the landscaping and stuff, I mean, the landscaping looks like 2017. This might be 2017 build. Like the trees haven't had time to grow in yet or anything.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Let's see. this, parking lot here.
There's a Pizza Hut and a Dollar General.
Pizza.
Firestone, Sheets usually does good volume for a gas station. I wonder what they're doing. Domino's, Vance. Where's the rest of the fast food? There's another Pizza Hut. There's a Pizza Hut on either side of town. This doesn't look like that big of a town. You got Pizza Hut on both sides of town. Vance Auto
Maybe
Part,
one of them's
McDonald's,
Smart
maybe
or
KFC.
Bacon.
Maybe one of them's like a takeout and one of them's a classic old Pizza Hut.
Or one of them's just Bacon. It's shut down. Maybe
Maybe.
they moved recently.
Maybe. That'd make more sense. Not two of them in the same town. That doesn't make sense.
Well, the income in this town is good, Luke. You see
Is
that?
it? No, I didn't.
The population is 32, 46, 62, but the income is 74, 78, and 81. It's higher than I would have thought.
The bigger roads and the QSRs are over the other side of town. Like the other side of town has KFC, Popeyes, McDonald's, and then there's nothing over by us really. This might be a white elephant.
Yeah, they just built on the wrong side of town, huh? This says, let's see, convenient proximity to Route 30 with 18,000 vehicles per day, but interstate has 47,000 vehicles
But
per day.
that's over on the other side of town.
Yeah, right. These guys just picked the wrong side. Even this parking lot with the kind of strip mall there, there's not many cars in this.
Yeah. Is there a price on it?
750. I think 750. Yeah.
Yeah, $750 for that age of building. That's cheap.
It is cheap. You couldn't build it for that probably.
No, nope, not gonna build it for that. This is Pennsylvania.
Boy, they got some traffic here. It looks like these are narrow one-lane roads.
I'm doing something wrong with finding it in Placer.
The Pizza Hut down the road looks like it's a newer concept. It's they branded Wing Street with it, and a newer building also, some brick. But man, these roads are narrow. This would be a nightmare at rush hour.
I don't know. I'm not finding this thing very easily. Here's the McDonald's. Here's the Sheets. Okay. Here's the shopping center. The Wendy's is definitely not in Placer. Oh, here it is. It did. It just filled in later. Okay. Pizza Hut's closed. They moved to the other side of town. I bet you.
Yeah, I think these poor guys at this Wendy's they got sold the wrong lot and developed on it.
No, the thing next to Pizza Hut's closed. The Pizza Hut is still getting some traffic. Yeah, somebody fell for a good song and dance on this property.
Yeah. I don't even really want you to see it. The information they've loaded up for this address and the street view, I can't even find the Wendy's, or the former Wendy's. I'm driving up and down the road here.
It's too new. You're looking at street view before it was built.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, the address I had didn't work either. I had to find it off the town and then spot check it and
I think
backfill.
there's a few too many red flags too.
We got 18,000 out front. 18,000 cars going by. And what'd you say the demographics were?
The demographics are good. The income is fairly high. It was
I see
I've got a
50.
population of 32 at 1 mile, 46 at 3 mile, and 62,000 at 5 mile. And then the income is 74, 78, and 81.
I think you got average income. I got median income, 1 mile, 52,000, 22,000 people. Our numbers are a little different. There's different ways of
Oh
calculating them,
yeah,
I
this,
guess.
they did list this as average, Luke, you're right, I didn't, you're correct.
Yeah, it sounded, yeah. So the 3 mile, 64,000 median income, just still, I mean, we got people, we got traffic, we got the ingredients. It just looks like a white elephant location. So you don't want to build here, but I mean, you could recycle it, right? It's already built.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the price is definitely right for the building, I don't think they're getting the traffic they need. Like you said, I think all the QSRs on the other side of town, maybe on the same road.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so let's see. They were doing 2 to 4,000 customers a month before they slid out of business. In 2020, they did 40,000 customers. Like, let's do. Let's go back to 18. When did they build? 2017? Was that it?
yes, correct. 2,400 square feet, built in 2017.
So I'm doing. I
Did
just
you
put.
find another Wendy's, Luke? Did they
It's a good
put up
question.
another one or occupy space and operate out of another one?
I didn't find another one, but if they did, they should have done it over by the freeway, on the freeway side of town. So let's look over there. And man, the McDonald's on the other side of town, 30,000 customers. Like, hell yeah.
Jeez, that's good.
That's
What's their ranking? It's got to be high. That
That's
many customers.
that's gonna be, yeah. This is like Chick-fil-A traffic in a McDonald's.
Yeah.
This is
90% plus.
yeah, it's gonna be in the 90s. This is 97 percentile McDonald's.
Wow. You want to be right where they are.
Yeah, so that side of town is hopping. So there's a Taco Bell over here, 7,200 a month. That's really good for Taco Bell. And Burger King, 5,600. That's pretty darn good for Burger King. Popeyes, 5,200. That's good for Popeyes. So the ones that are over on the other side of town, that's where it's going. That's where it's happening. I don't see another Wendy's. Chick-fil-A, 32,000. So the next exit north has the Chick-fil-A, the Target, the Panera, like the modern names, 20,000 customers at Panera, Panera. Target's doing 115,000. Doesn't seem as spectacular, but it's Aldi's over there. 23,000. It's pretty good Aldi. Yeah, we're on the wrong side of town, but I don't think it's out of business. It's just about the price. So this Pizza Hut is pulling people from town, like right around there. It's not pulling people off the freeway. The Wendy's, let's see what Wendy's is doing. The Wendy's was pulling people from like all over the region before they shut down. They had a wide spread where they're pulling people.
What were they ranked, Luke? What was their ranking or the percentile? Do you have that?
Yeah, so I went with 2019. I think this was mainly 2019, and they were at 8 percentile.
That's eight.
Yeah, so they didn't.
Well, obviously, it didn't take them long to close the doors.
No. Okay, so we should ask. Um, oh, here's some notes. Spoke with agent. He suggested this location is on the wrong side of town for QSR. He does not recommend this site for another operator. He did recommend another Wendy's. You already talked to this guy.
Yeah, I didn't read those notes. I'm sorry, Luke. I knew
No
the name
problem.
sounded familiar. Let's see. I did pull up another Wendy's, Luke. If you want to bounce into the one he referred me to.
Yeah.
You're done with this one. It was
I mean-
good. He was upfront and honest about it. Just wrong side of town.
So what would you do with the building then? Are you gonna bulldoze it and build something else there? I mean, you already got a building. It's a pretty new building. Like, why can't you put a mom and pop or something in there? I mean, maybe you can get a national brand, but like, maybe you turn it into a coffee shop or a
Pizza.
pizza. You know, pizza get the price low
Or you
enough.
could deliver or take out, because there is, if you drive down the street, there's a lot of residential around it.
Yeah.
And delivery would solve your location problem.
Huh. I wonder how pizza saturated that market is.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Just
The
the same.
building's not too big either. You notice it's only 2,400 square feet, which is, the pizza guys seem to like the smaller ones.
Yeah, maybe. So so 750, like, see if I get my calculator out.
And it's been on the market for 223 days.
Yeah.
He says in the notes on Craigslist, he's got the ideal for a QSR, but we know that's not the case. But he mentions oil change. I don't know. Is it already set up with the restaurant and stuff?
Yeah, what do you can bulldoze it, and like, it's not a $750,000 piece of land.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna start bulldozing, I mean, there's other land along that road you could probably get for a couple $100,000. So
Oh, you've got pizza right behind it in the strip mall.
yeah, so I wonder if there's. You want to call them again, see if there's any deed restrictions?
Yeah, I will. Are you putting a note in there on that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So let's recap. I love the age. It's a newer building. I love the simplicity of it. There's nothing weird or wonky. Access there, parking lot, utilities, all that stuff's there. You just need a new operator. The broker doesn't believe it's good for QSR. The owner probably understands that if the broker's telling him that. The data looks like it's not your ideal location for a new QSR, but it's already built and they're asking 750. Maybe we could negotiate some lower price. Maybe we can negotiate some time. We ask for some time to go shop for a tenant. We find some tenant that likes it. Maybe it's a pizza guy, like you're saying, that uses a lot more delivery than just drive up kinds of traffic. And we get it to work, but it might be lower rent. Maybe we find one that pays the rent and we run with it. Maybe they'll only do lower rents. Maybe we go back and renegotiate. Maybe, but it's just everybody knows a Wendy's building. You don't even have to give a tour. It's like, it's a Wendy's building. How much you rent the Wendy's building for? Like, just rent it out, right? Just crunch some numbers and pitch it to who goes there. We can do the data of who goes here, use all the technology and databases we have at our disposal to figure out who goes there, who can pay enough rent to get the numbers to work, and market to them and see if one of them complies and goes for it. They add on another location. Like, why not? I think we could make an offer.
Right, and if they're willing to move on that price a little bit, it could make it more attractive to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's been on the market for how long? Like
225 or so
Yeah.
days. It's getting up there.
Yeah, let's give us a shot. Okay. So you ask them about deed restrictions, and I think we should put together an offer. Just, I'm gonna get one written up. I'm not gonna talk about the numbers, but I'm gonna put them in the database. Okay, so I'll get it written up, and you ask about deed restrictions, and then we get it all pieced together. I'll make a video presentation like these other ones, and we'll submit the offer, and then we'll see, we'll go dive into the who goes here. If they actually take our offer and give us time to work on it, we'll dive into the who goes here and go beat all those people over the head with 100% financing to move in here and go for it, triple net the thing up, get us a new tenant so it's like all cash flow style, and then go sell it off the base of the lease that we can negotiate on the building and keep the difference between the buy and the sell, get it all put together. Then we close on it, say okay, let's close, do it all at the same time, and finance it, make it happen, kick it out the door on to the next one, right? I don't think other people are taking this one on because it's the wrong side of town, and that's our opportunity to ask for time. Yeah, it's the wrong side of town, give us time to work on it. It's statistics. We can run the statistics and find somebody that is totally fine with the wrong side of town because the thing's already built and the price is right. There we go. Okay. Getting some comments. Luke Smith into house. Matt Stone, thanks for chiming in, guys. Please feel free to ask questions. Kay Jones is saying, this is interesting. Oh, hey, it's the guy from the thing. So you are legit cool. How can you all afford to make land so cheap? I mean, Kate, this is what we're doing. We're doing this. We're studying deals right now. The deals we're studying right now are restaurant kinds of deals. And it's the same idea of how we make land so cheap. We go buy land, we apply statistics, we make offers to thousands of people instead of one or two at a time. And some of them say, how fast can you pay? And we give them the money and we got the land, and then we go sell it to you or someone like you at cheaper than everybody else prices, but more than what we just bought it for. And a lot of people say, no way, I'm not selling it. I want more money. And that's fine too. The vast majority of the listings that are in the marketplace are still less than 1% of the properties that are in the whole arena of what's out there. There's not very many listed at any given time to the population that's there at hand. And so when you start looking at the population that's there at hand and as the market instead of what's listed, I think it opens your horizons to new opportunities to do deals and make up your own prices and then go take it to the market and realize your profits in the marketplace that other people are looking at and studying. So that's maybe that answers your questions, Kay. And you can see like 1,000+ other videos going back through time of me talking about real estate. There's live videos. If you look at the old live feeds, I talk about doing mailers and sending out offers on land to get vacant land and make it happen. Kay's asking, what do most people do with the land they buy from you? I mean, the last couple of years, they go resell it for more, right? But no, a lot of the people, I mean, they stock it away. It's like buying a stock. It's like buying a bond. It's like buying an investment. They keep it as an investment, like gold or silver. Some people do that. Other people move there. They build houses. They take their camper. They go camping. They set off fireworks. They have a bonfire. They play loud music. I mean, I've heard all kinds of stories what people do with the land that they want to do. I mean, guys go build bomb shelters and don't tell anybody about them and store all their stuff there for Armageddon, right? I mean, there's lots and lots of things. that people do with these properties. The ones we're looking at today are restaurants, trying to turn them into restaurants anyway. Okay. Eric, what's the next one you see in the list?
I got a golden chick in
Oh,
Brady, Texas.
more Golden Chick. How many offers have we made on Golden Chick?
Ew.
You get turned. We've never landed one. We're strike.
On the hard times.
We are batting zero on Golden Chick offers.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're not going to bat zero forever.
No.
I think this one came in via email or something. Let's see if I can get this to work.
I'm trying to find. I don't see it on Crexy.
I'm not sure it's listed. I think this was a phone call. Like, hey, what else you got? Sands Investment Group. So the Sands Investment Group guys. Let me see if I can get this on the screen.
Let's see. South Bridge Street. Let's see, South Bridge Street.
Well, I'm just going to move this one over because this isn't working the way I want, but I'll make it work a different way. So if you go on Crexy and if you're signed in and you start clicking on stuff, you got your username and password and everything, and you start clicking on stuff, your tracks are left. And so when you click on stuff, the guys that see your tracks call you if your phone number's legitimate. They call you and say, I see you clicked on my stuff. I see you're looking at my listing. How can I help? What do you want? How do you. And so the Sands investment guys, these guys, they call me like almost every day. There's a bunch of different ones and a bunch of different guys, and they call and they call and they call. And I ask, okay, I don't really want what you're trying to sell me because that's like the fully cooked stuff. I don't say it exactly like that, but a little more politically correct. And I asked for the ugly one, the one that's empty, the one that's broken, the one that you're not presenting, the one that I could fix up, the one that I could buy at a price, fix up, and have you sell for me at the fully cooked price and keep the difference. So these guys have a lot of those properties. I think this one, so Will Schumacher, this is who's calling on this one, or I don't know if he was the one that called me, but he's the one that sent this over. He's got this thing, $725,000 for a Golden Chick. And I think Golden Chick is based out of Texas, and I think it's a lot of fried chicken kind of stuff. And we ran into some of them in Georgia. There were some empty ones in Georgia that we were working on over time. And but I think there's a bunch of them in Texas too. So built 2013, for whatever reason, Golden Chick is shedding some locations. They're usually pretty well built, newer looking buildings. All the vacant ones that I've seen are good, sharp looking things. And let's see what we can do.
Too, right?
Yeah, they're all newer.
Like
Yeah.
newer building.
Yeah, you're not finding like 1980s or 90s in these kinds of buildings. These are 10 years old. What was the age? 2017? Yeah, that's still sub 10 years old. So saying low price per square foot, $309 what they're asking. This is a 2,300 square foot drive-through equipped building offering a wide array of new uses. 2021 remodel. Most of the FF&E is included in the sale. Located down the street from Walmart Supercenter. Let's go take a look at that. Property is located next to multiple healthcare clinics, hospitals providing consistent consumer base. Next to the highway. They're saying there's a Lowe's, Holiday Inn, Tractor Supply, Sonic, Dairy Queen, Burger King, McDonald's, Stripes, C-Store, Max, barbecue, and more. Okay. I haven't ever totally figured out the laws in Texas of trying to sell these things, but if we got a contract for one of these to buy it and then we offered it for lease, I think we can offer it for lease pretty straight up the way the laws work. And then if we're offering it for lease, we're not really brokering the sale of it. We can take it from there. So I think that could be a possible approach to this thing, is go find a tenant before we actually close on it. So here's the somebody has a drone shot view. Max Barbecue down the street. I think I've looked at this location before. I've done street view on this thing, and yeah, Steve's Meat Market there. This looks like a new fancy building in a really small town.
They've also removed, this isn't listed on Crexy or CoStar anymore. I wonder wonder if they accepted an offer or put somebody in here.
I think they're pocket listing it.
They might be.
I think I was talking to these guys just recently about this one. They emailed it to me, and then the assistants put it into the database. Okay, so I'm gonna try to pull this one up in. Where's the darn address? Let's see.
It's at 1602 South Bridge Street in Brady, Brady, Texas. Will
Okay.
Schumacher, the agent.
Kay Jones is asking, so what exactly is AI doing to help you find these deals? That's a good question. Okay, so I'm trying to pull up a AI kind of website that is slow as molasses right now. And what it does is it measures people's cell phone traffic to lots of these locations and figures out, how many of them it looks at credit card transactions and debit card transactions and cell phone traffic and comes up with a formula to how many people are going to these locations, coming and going from these locations. And then it takes all the locations across the country and comes up with rankings of where we're at compared to the other ones. And so when you look at that in a one-off, it doesn't mean anything. But when you look at that against a bunch of others, it starts to mean something, how much business is happening in this area. And that allows us to understand the marketplace of one of these shops better and make offers based off of that or priced off of that. And tells us who belongs there, who could rent that, who could pay the rent for it. Saying, wow, kind of like Google review busy times. Yeah, exactly, right? Like Google review busy times, but a lot more detailed. So we got a Burger King and a McDonald's down the street, 4,200 on the Burger King, 18,900 on the McDonald's. McDonald's is doing really good, really well. I've looked at this town before. I don't know if I did. I think I might have done it over the phone and not otherwise. I think I'm getting called away for dinner. So this is going to be the last one.
That's about time for me too.
Right? So I think the price on this sounds pretty good, but I think the demographics in the area is just small town.
Small town.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to dinner right after this call, right after this property. Okay, so they had 160 properties in the last count. Let's just go back a little bit in time. Let's see demographics. I think it's such a new building that we should give it a try. But I'm not sure how many people are really around here. Median income of the customers was about $50,000. And that McDonald's is doing some pretty good business. I mean, the business off of the McDonald's says somebody else can do good business here too. I think we should work on this one more and make an offer. We should come up with some prices of what price and terms that we want to do. Ask for some time, try to find a tenant. So they were asking, what did you say was asking? $750?
Yep.
We have no idea how long it's been on the market or anything. It's been
No, we don't.
$750 is already pretty darn low for the age of this building.
Yeah. Actually, it's $725. Sorry, Luke. Luke, do you have? I don't have any I don't find any traffic information in here. Oh wait, no. Boy, this looks like it is rural, really rural.
Yeah. But that McDonald's business is happening here. This isn't a 5,000 McDonald's. It was 18,000 McDonald's. Like the McDonald's. Let me go back to McDonald's. This is like top half McDonald's at least, if not top 25. 18,900 on the McDonald's. That's the number that matters right here in this town. We could base all the sales pitch right off down the street from 18,500 McDonald's.
This is almost dead center of Texas.
74 percentile McDonald's, just a hair out of the top 25%.
Yeah, in a town with just a few thousand people.
Yeah. Okay. I'm putting my notes together in the database. I think we should move forward on this one with a little bit more work on it. Okay, so I think I'm queuing it up to make an offer, and just gonna keep trucking. I'm gonna cut this feed off here and go to dinner with the family. Thank you, Eric. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for looking at properties. I think we found a couple good ones in there today. That Golden Chick, that AutoZone, and there was another one in there. I forget, but I got them queued up and we'll work them going forward. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone that's listening. Please feel free to go back to my website, look at all kinds of other things I'm working on. There's a link in the description below that'll take you back to my little fund if you want to help fund some of these deals or join in on these deals. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.